Want to hear a scary story? They look like fingers, emerging from the grass like mummified extremities reaching up to the sky. Susan thought they might be mushrooms, but mushrooms don't have nails. Susan had been retired for nearly 20 years and has spent every single one of those days out in her garden, but has never seen anything like what was cropping up in her hydrangea patch. She took her trowel and tried to uproot it, but the fingers were calloused and dense like a tree root. After an hour of trying, she gave up. Susan pored over her garden books and even went on that new piece of technology that her grandkids use, the computer. She could not find a single text or image of a plant or mushroom that looked like a dead man's fingers. Susan decided to leave them alone for now. The other plants didn't seem to mind them, and they weren't in the way besides being eerie and unpleasant to look at. That is, until she found another pair of fingers by her roses. Susan started to feel scared. She counted 10 fingers total, this time each with knuckles. Tree roots don't have knuckles. Susan had sworn she had buried the bodies deeper all those years ago, and given the decades, they should be all bones by now, picked clean by the maggots in the earwigs. She couldn't call her children, or the neighbors, or even hire a gardener. No one knew, and at her age, her sciatica was too severe for her to be digging up unmarked graves. Susan covered up the fingers with some cloth and went to the local hardware store to buy some shears, hoping they would do the trick on whatever was growing in her flower patch. The sun had gone down by the time she got home, and it was too hard to see what she was doing. In the twilight, Susan could swear that the fingers had curled a bit, as if grabbing the soil surface to gain leverage. She will chop them first thing in the morning, Susan told herself, and called it a night. The next morning, Susan woke up to the most heavenly smell. Lying on her chest over her bedsheets were fresh hydrangeas and roses from the garden. The floral scent lingered in the air, mixed with the earthly smell of the wet, muddy footprints that streaked across her carpet.